You've been told to visualize your dreams, to focus on the best possible outcome, right? But what if this is exactly the reason why you feel pressure and why nothing changes? Now imagine that there is someone, his name is John. He is waking up. People have told him, the gurus told him, okay, he just need to visualize his dream goal, okay, and to use his affirmations. He wakes up, okay, he has a slight feeling of pressure, like, okay, I need to get something done here. I hope the day will be good, okay? So he starts to chant his affirmations. Then he visualizes his goals, right? But the slightly pressure, the slightly feeling like something is missing or like he needs to get something is still there, okay? So even though he uses these things and he goes like that through the day, maybe he goes later to the gym or focus on his business, this feeling just stacks up over the day, even though he tries to focus on the positive, okay? But why is this the case? Why does this pressure just adds more? And the manifestation, if he's honest, still doesn't work out. Still doesn't fucking work out. Okay? How can this be? How can this be? I mean, he visualizes, he uses his affirmations. He tries to focus on the positive. The truth is, this is exactly the reason why it doesn't work out. And it can't work out this way, at least not like that. So why is it now like that? Okay, in this video, I'll reveal you two things. If you use these two things, then you will be really able to manifest what you want. Okay, and you will do it from the right place, and not just faking it. Okay, and this is the secret that many people have never talked about. Instead, they focus all on this positive thing, like, yeah, focus on your positive affirmations. So here's one thing that you need first to understand. To manifest what you want, you need to encounter every oppositional force that exists within you. Okay? Now that sounds maybe pretty fucking difficult, but I want to tell you something more about it. So what does this mean? It means a lot of what it means is not just taking action, not just focusing on the positive. It is about literally transforming these thoughts, beliefs, and this intention that you have about these things. Now I will tell you something. This video will not just be about you just have let it go and that's it. Okay, I will tell you something that you have never heard about. So once you do this, these two things, your positional forces start to be reduced, and you will notice you start to be congruent, right? The more you focus on these positive things, but your intention is subtly like feeling of pressure, like I need to get something done. I hope today it will work out. Today I hope it will work out. As long as this hope is there, it means you still don't understand. Because once you have really understand it, there's no hope anymore necessary. There's no hope necessary. Just know that. It's already knowing in your body. Okay? So what can you do to encounter this oppositional force, right? What can you do to encounter this? What does it have to do with manifestation? So once you encounter this oppositional force, once you reduce this pressure, what happens is magic, because what happens is you will be able to now do it really not more from the feeling of scarcity or hoping or feeling of slightly urgency. Instead, you will be congruent. Now you're aligned. Now, when you use these techniques, it will really work out. Okay? You will do it different. And now it's not just about you relaxing, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you heard very often, just sit there, just relax. Yeah. Once you do this, it will work out. No, it's BS. This alone is for most people not enough. It will be that easy. You would have already done that if you're honest, right? So what do you do instead? So let's start with the first thing. Instead of focusing on the best possible outcome, you need to focus on the worst possible outcome. Exactly. You don't focus on the best possible outcome. you focus first on the worst possible outcome. So you write down, okay, what is the worst possible outcome? Like about one of your goals. Choose one of your goals, or you can also choose a monthly goal. Okay? You can choose a specific situation where you maybe try to be more positive and then even more positive, but you are surprised, why does it just get worse and have more pressure? Okay? A specific situation or a goal. So now you have wrote down your worst possible outcome, write down also how you'll probably feel there. And now what you do is you just close your eyes. And you can later stop the video if you want, but it's actually really simple. You just imagine this worst possible outcome appears. So it becomes real, like really, really real. Okay? So that's what you hated the most. So this is the greatest oppositional force, the absolute opposite of what you wanted. This becomes real. Okay? And now you allow yourself to feel this, that it goes wrong. So you will be rejected. Okay? Your visualizations go totally wrong. Nothing works out. Okay? And you feel this emotion. You allow yourself to feel this emotion in your body fully. Also the different emotions that appear. If first anger appears, then you feel anger, and later sadness, then you focus on the sadness. The first emotion can be sometimes just something protecting you, and later emotions appear later. Okay? So this is the first thing that you do. You allow yourself basically to let out this pressure, right? To experience the worst case. Now, why does that work? Because now you do not try to be positive out of denying the negative, okay? Now you become aligned and congruent. So now you are fully aligned with reality after that. The pressure has been diminished. When you now will use your techniques, they will work better, but not as good as when I tell you the second technique, okay? Because then it will get even better than before. So what you do now, so basically you start to become aligned because now there's no duality. In our world, we try to be positive by running away from the negative. With this technique, by focusing on the negative, by the way, you should not do it too often. Like a couple of times is enough. Don't do it on a regular basis because you don't want to focus constantly on the negative. Okay? Now a reality gets aligned. Your worst case and your best case, you have now accepted both of them. And now you're in the mid, you just accept reality as it is. And now if you use these techniques, you will notice, okay, yeah, less pressure. Yeah, it just works out better, right? The subtle pressure diminishes. You can do this a couple of times. Now the second thing that you can use. Now this has to do with intention. Okay, many people talk about taking action, but not many talk about intentions, and especially not in that form how I will tell you. A lot of people tell you like, set the intention. Today, you'll be a high vibrational being. You'll be full of joy and luck. But the problem is, if you do it in this way, like, let's be honest, you'll have a lot of pressure. It can be that you have a lot of pressure, especially if it's something that was difficult for you, right? So I will tell you another form of intention that you can set, and you do it consciously. Instead of saying I'll be so high, hardcore confident, this and that, what creates even more pressure, and this pressure, what it does with you is that it worsens your state, your vibrational state. So the subtle pressure is actually what destroys your vibration. Okay, you just accumulate more pressure, more urgency, more feeling of something is missing. So what you now do is you do the intention different. Before you do something, an activity, especially if it was creating pressure for you, you form your intention like that. Like, okay, even if I will fail this activity, or even if it will not work out, that will be okay as well. Why is this technique now really amazing? Because you don't think in a way where you try to deny this negative. And the thing is, it could be that you feel then disappointment. And why is this disappointment bad? Because this will bring you in your low vibrational state, right? Let's say you do an activity, you have high expectations, you hope you will be so full of joy. Then you fail, then you fail. Now you feel disappointment. Okay, now your energy drops totally. And what it reveals also, you had a lot of expectations. You were not congruent of reality. No wonder your manifestation doesn't work out. But if you use it that way, you're fully congruent with reality. You don't say you will fail. You just say, even if I fail this is okay as well. Okay? Even if I will face, I enjoy it to the fullest. I enjoy it as good as I can. But even if I fail, that's okay as well. Okay? Even if I fail, even if my videos fail, or even if this call fails that I have, that's okay as well. And this will be your intention. This is how you can formulate this intention. With this, you take out the pressure, you're aligned with reality. You reduce the oppositional forces, right? Rather than collecting more negative energy by focusing on being hyper joyful, just focusing on the positive. Now you are aligned, right? Now you are aligned with reality. You're neither hyper happy nor you're negative. You just accept things as they are. Now you're aligned. And these are the things that you can use. So focus on the worst case scenario. And the second is formulate your intentions properly. That even if you fail, it's okay as well. That takes out the pressure, right? Comment below what you learned from this video, and comment below what you want to see next, what your interests are, okay? See ya. Bye-bye.